Hello and welcome to whoever is listening. I am very, very happy to finally be here starting my podcast. This is something that I had been wanting to do for a while. I just didn't know how to start or how to go about it. But I guess I thought that it was embarrassing. But honestly, like, I love talking to myself, especially when I'm doing the dishes. So I was like, might as well see what happens. Whenever I'm doing the dishes, I just think about like the deepest things and realize many things about myself, about life, come up with like new mentalities. And I wanted to put that in here, like talk about what goes on my mind while I'm doing the dishes. I don't know. There's something about the brown and white noise. I don't know what it's called. That is just comforting to talk while I'm doing the dishes. Like I am not really being heard by anyone because the dishes are like making too much noise, but I'm talking out loud, which is kind of ironic to make a podcast, like, but I want to do it. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about like my biggest problem right now, or it's something that I realized recently, or that I finally paid attention to it, which is my shopping addiction. And it's honestly like, it's been crazy to like finally accept that I have a shopping addiction and it's not being good. But okay, let me confess that I always buy things that I don't need. And as soon as they arrive or like I have them in my hands, like I am the owner of this, it's just like I feel empty. I go back to feeling empty and guilty. Like, why did I spend money on this? Like, did I really need it? Don't judge me. It's real. I don't know. So, yeah. I don't know why I feel like this constant urge to buy. Like, I don't know if it's boredom or like a coping mechanism to like fill the void, which it probably is. So yeah, I just want to share my own struggles and break down the psychological uh side of it. Like, why am I doing this? And yeah, so I want to talk. First, I want to explain the scientific side of it, which is shopping really triggers the release of dopamine, like the feel good hormone. Like, it's like your brain saying, yeah, this pair of shoes will change my life, you know? So here's the kicker. The dopamine rush doesn't last. That's why we keep chasing the high, like combine that with emotions like boredom, stress, or loneliness, and suddenly your Amazon card becomes your therapist, which is, sounds like relatable. So I have also noticed how the ads or like influencers try to make it seem like you really cannot miss out on whatever it is that you're watching. And I guess for me, I have this constant like fear of missing out on anything. Like, will my life change if I buy this? Yes. And as soon as I have it, I'm like, wait, what? It didn't. Wow. How surprising. Yeah. And yeah, I'm really guilty of buying like not dumb stuff, but like stuff that I did not need. Like, I bought a designer bag, and whenever I want to use it, I'm like, no, it's too much luxury to wear it. I will wear it for like a special event, and I end up never using it. And it's like, you spent the money, like, just use it now. So I just, I have convinced myself that I need things like lipsticks, makeup brushes, just anything, even clothes that I would never wear. And I'm like, no, I definitely need it. And it really becomes a problem because you just keep on feeding and feeding that like necessity, and it never stops. Like, you never truly address it. Especially me, I have been struggling with buying this one lipstick, like the Black Honey by Clinique. Oh my god, every time that I go to the makeup store, I'm like, don't buy it. So I'm not like, I'm not even gonna look at it. And it's always a constant fight to be like, what's so special about it? Like the color is not even gonna look nice on me. The formula, I have probably like any other lip balm is gonna do the same job. I don't know. But it's just me convincing myself that this would change my life. Like this has gotten like so bad to the point that I'll be laying down about to sleep and I start thinking about stuff that I want to buy, and I immediately need to grab my phone and scroll and see if I can buy it. And I think that's the main problem. It's like how accessible it is to just buy anything online. Like you're just feeding into the instant gratification, like nothing. It's like nothing. You can just literally want to buy something, click on it, and next day it's gonna be at your door. And it's something that is gonna be going on for as long as you want if you don't really like fix it. And honestly, like looking back, I have always been this way. Like I remember when I was little, there was like this whole trend of having like American dolls, and I was like, I need one. Like I have never seen them before, but all my friends have one, so I need to have one. And I guess it was like my sense of belonging kicking in, like I need to have one so that I can be part of this and relate to them. And I became really competitive. Like I needed to have the most amount, the coolest ones. I had needed to have the coolest clothes for my American dolls to the point that I was buying more clothes for my dolls than me, which were like really pricey. They were like the same price as normal clothes for a human. And it's always been like this, you know? But now that I am a little older, I'm just like buying makeup nonstop. And I guess I have been trying to control it, like really forcing myself. Which, to be honest, I have failed at times, and I have been like, why did I spend money on it? Like, the most embarrassing thing that happened to me recently was me looking at this line of like lip glosses, and I happen to have every shade because, this problem is that big, and I just didn't know that I had every shade. So I was like, wait, I don't have this one, so I bought it. I go back home, and I'm like, wait, I did have it. So I felt so dumb and I was like, yeah, I'm not even paying attention to what I have. I just need to have it. And yeah, well, I have made a little like technique or something to stop this, which I will share with you. Like, I know that I am not the only one struggling with this, so might as well, like make someone feel relates to my problem and help them, hopefully. So first things first, I think that the first step is actually like to stop and be grateful, because I have realized that a big problem or like the outcome of it is me not being grateful enough about the things that I already have. Like the other day I was just worrying about not having like the nicest winter closet, and I was like, there's people that don't even have winter clothes to begin with, so why am I worrying about this? So yeah, something that I have tried to do is just look around at what I already have and be like, this brings me joy. This is something nice. Not even just when it comes to makeup or clothes, things in general, like just having that mindset of being grateful about what you have been provided with. And I think that's a good step. Another thing, which is kind of tricky because you can fall for it anytime, is just setting a budget, like truly sticking to it and not being like, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself with this and that. Just truly like putting a limit in your bank account and sticking to it. And whenever you're at a store or just thinking about buying something, just wait 24 hours, like truly stop yourself. And I know that this is a lot of like practicing self-control, which is the main problem, but it's something that has worked for me at times. I am still like learning how to control it. Just give it a time frame and if you're still thinking about it within that time frame, just try to rationalize what is it that is nice about it. Why do you truly need it? If it's just this dopamine like boost, or what is it that is making you want to buy it so bad? And yeah, it's all about addressing your feelings and being like, how am I feeling right now? Am I sad? Am I bored? What is it that is pushing me to buy this? And yeah, the 24-hour method is just to see if like this urge fades and it's not just like impulse like to buy stuff, you know? Also, you could try to like only use cash so that you have like a more tangible um I guess to see that I'm actually spending money. It's not just the numbers that are going down, like I am actually having less and less money in my wallet. And that's what has worked for me. Most of the times I just carry cash and that's it. I have also tried to avoid social media like beauty influencers or whatever like it is that you're like having problems with buying. Just unfollow like whatever triggers that feeling to buy. Um, I also like to look around at my room and be like, this is a purchase that I made out of impulse and I am not really using it anymore. So I just remind myself like this is what's gonna happen to this that I want in this moment. So of course the root of the problem is more like on the emotional side, like there's something that triggers that need to buy stuff. And the way you need to address it is just by replacing those things that are just as dopamine boosting. I don't know, you could try exercise and walking, cooking, just do anything to keep your mind off of it, you know, because sometimes it's just being bored, and I guess it'll combine with feeling sad that you just create like this way to cope with stuff. And keep notes of the feelings that you're going through while you have like that need to buy, like, oh, you know, I want to buy this and right now I'm feeling sad, like this is not going right in my life, so I'm not gonna ignore it by just shopping. I'm literally gonna talk to myself and address what's going on. This is actually like another of the reasons why I have started this podcast, because this way I can address my feelings and be like, this is what's happening, and by advising myself, I wish I could also advise someone else, you know. But at the end of the day, shopping isn't bad, like completely. It's fun, and buying something special does bring us joy. Like when it comes to these emotional ways to cope with stuff, it's worth taking a step back, you know? But yeah, like self awareness is the first step. So if you find yourself like buying things that you don't end up using, or as soon as you have it, the happiness is gone, then I think it's worth it to just try to analyze what's going on and why are you doing this, and fix the problem, talk to yourself. So yeah, that's my little talk. I'm still trying to figure it out, like how to go about this. So this is not gonna be the best, but yeah. Bye bye.